Hi everybody, it's Asya here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back. To everybody new, hello and welcome. So this is going to be a quick, easy change for Asya. To those of you new, Asya is the Sally sculpt by Bonnie Brown. The sculpt is, I believe, sold out years ago. But he is the Sally sculpt, and he is painted by Kimberly's Cocoon. So, to those of you that have been with me, and especially those that have been with me a long, long time, you know Asir very well. And you know that he's kind of the heart of my my reborn collection for sure. This is my boy. He's just, oh my gosh, the joy that this baby has brought me. This is now, well, let's see, in December he'll be with me 4 years, I believe. So let me show you what I'm gonna put him on, and then we'll chat a little bit. So I actually had got this from, I believe this is Carter's, right? Yeah, Carter's Little Planet. And it was in the drawer, and I never got it on a baby. So it does have, it is sleeveless, but it's a romper, and it has the apples on it. It's like in a golden color with like a beige background, and it has 3 snaps in the front. So just simple, cute, kind of that organic look, I suppose, that I like. It's by it is organic. Little Planet by Carter's. So I was going through Oscar's drawer, or I mean, it's the boys' drawer, but it's Oscar's drawer. And swapping out some, taking out some summer, putting some winter, trying to make room for winter stuff. So, winter stuff is always a lot more bulky. And I saw this, and I said, you know what? Asya has been in this for a while, so anyhow, I wanted to get him changed. What he's in now is as Quincy May. I think it's like a older. I got it secondhand, so I don't know when they had this particular, like a muslin gauze kind of material. It's really nice. It's so neutral. Just so versatile. So he's been in this for like a month maybe. I'm not sure. His hair definitely needs to be done. I really need to wet it down and at least, put some spray conditioner, spruce it up, and fix up his curls and stuff. But I'm not going to do that now because I need to, like, kind of sit him up and put something behind his head, because the dark mohair bleeds a little bit. His hair doesn't bleed too bad, actually. But it does a little bit. So yeah, you do have to be careful when you get the mohair wet. And some of them bleed like a lot. So anyways, it is Tuesday night. I don't know if you all see this on Wednesday morning, but which my husband's surgery is Wednesday, or today if I post this in the morning. So he's having a hip replacement. He's been going around on a broken hip, which had pins in it. And if you've all been with me from the accident 2 years ago, it was pinned, and he broke it again, and now they are doing a hip replacement. So obviously we got a lot going on, and probably by the time you all see this video, I will be in cray cray land. I really just needed to stop tonight and just sit down and change Asya and make a video. I've been painting a little bit in between the chaos today of, there's just a lot. You just getting ready, getting the house like ready, trying to get all the wash done and, you know, um, things packed to, you know, be at the hospital or be waiting at the hospital, like stuff like that. It's just, it adds up. And plans and, who's getting the kid off the bus and yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, I'm like, I need to just do it simple and hop on and chat with you all. So, I've noticed when I'm going through a time of, I guess, stress, I guess you could just say stress. I mean, this isn't anything out of the ordinary. People have surgeries all the time. Y'all in this community know, and we all in this community seem to have a lot for our own selves and our family members of, health crises, surgeries, and all sorts of stuff. So I know this is nothing new to you all or major to you all or anything like that. But I know that all of you also understand. So it's, I guess, comforting to be here. Like, I know this will go up, and when I'm pacing around waiting while he's in surgery tomorrow, when I can only be by myself because you can only have one family member there, like things like that, I'll be looking at your all comments, So it's, and I got a community of people that are, very much understand because they've been through, the same things themselves. So, and I just think it's just people in life have been through, go through stuff, and we all are connected here. I should say that because I don't think it's just this community. But anyway, oh my boy. So Asya, okay, so I know I'm all over the place, but I'll go here. Asya is a comfort to me. He's been around a long time. He's one of the first few babies when I really kind of seriously got into collecting, to where, because I was collecting for about 8 months or so before him. And I had some second hair reborns and things like that. But he was one of the first, like, babies that I specifically started learning about the sculpts and artists and what taste, some jumping off place. He was my first African reborn baby as well. I've had other like African American dolls and have them to this day. I've had throughout my life, but he was my first like reborn baby. And I say African with Asya because all of Kimberly's babies are intended to be African. That's, where her inspiration is from, her love of Africa, and each of her babies have a little wooden cross that's actually authentically from Africa. So that's why I say African instead of African American, or AA as we say, for the reborns, for the painting. Or black. I mean, black would cover, obviously, yeah, African or African American. Either way, my first black baby, reborn baby. So he has so much sentiment to me. And I was the first mommy on his kit list for the Sally kit for Kimberly's cocoon that she happened to be bringing him to life. And I happened to be the first one on the list. So I got to see his works in progress. And then, I got to know kind of when she was nearing finishing him, and, his hair was being rooted and he's almost done and he's gluing his hair. And then all of a sudden, poof, there's Asya. And I was thinking he might have been a girl, um, as Kimberly was painting him. And secretly, though, you all know that I lead towards boys. So when he came out a he, and there's these pictures of Asya lying there and with these little glasses on, and I was just like, God, that is so my kid. Just the little mischievous, look and the bursting with character and the curls. And I mean, not that he physically necessarily looks like me, but my soul, my inner self. I don't know if that makes sense, but he's me. I mean, physically, of course, depending on the dad, he could be my kid for sure. And he's got, I think, features, so I mean, he could be. I'm just saying, though, he's just so my child. He's just so my heart. So when I get stressed, I kind of lean towards, what's been around and of comfort to me, and things that have been around a long time to that just bring you comfort, right? I don't know how else to say it. So then turning this into, when you've been in this community for several years, you're gonna wind up into some bumps and kerfuffles. I always heard other YouTubers saying this, and you're gonna grow a thick skin, and yeah, blah blah, and it's all like blah blah blah. It's like you hear it, you understand it, you get it, you can relate, but until you get to that place and go through the stages, and I'm not even through, I'm not finished. You all aren't done chewing me alive and spitting me out. You haven't spit me out yet. I know I have more time to go, and I'm just going to keep learning as I go along, It's just the way it is. It's just plain and simple. I have reached that point. The acceptance of this is just the way it is. And you can't please everyone is not just something that you say. It's not just a quote. It's not just a saying. It's not just like I'm gonna take that stance and that attitude. It is actual. It is factual. You can't. You definitely can't please everyone. And you shouldn't change who you are to do that. Because you can maneuver yourself one way to please, this set of people, and then it's gonna displease that set of people, and then you move and try to please that set of people, and then that set of people's not happy, and then you move and you try to get somewhere in between, and then nobody's freaking happy. So it's truly pointless to try to contort yourself and kind of walk on eggshells around because you don't want to upset this type of people. You don't want to have it. It doesn't work. You would morph into a very unhappiness because you wouldn't be being yourself. Definitely, I did learn that a while ago. Or just have had that in general in life. But I'm just saying, so it's just not like there's gonna be people that just don't like you. You may never have had a run-in with them. You may never have had words with them, that to like do anything in that way to make them not like you. But there's just gonna be people that know who you are and don't like you because either they just period they just don't like your personality, they don't think you're a nice person, they don't like what you do, they don't like what you say, whatever the case may be. Or then you got people, of course, that they don't like you because they've heard things about you, and they've they're listening to other people's opinions about you, and just there's all sorts of reasons why people don't like other people. I don't really have to explain that. We're all adults. I think you can all understand that. So, but now I'm getting back to, when you've been in here quite a while, there's gonna be some people that perhaps don't care for you, but that you like them. They've never done anything necessarily personal to you, except maybe making you feel, you know, awkward or bad about yourself or whatever, because they kind of started giving you the cold shoulder or whatever. But you can get over that. You get out of your feelings. And I realized that, I was watching a channel that I don't know why a little while ago I just said I hadn't went over to see what that person was up to in a long time, and I just wanted to, and immediately I was listening and I felt at home, because it was somewhere that I used to watch when I first came in, and where I learned a lot and related to, and da 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 da. I can't comment, unfortunately, or I can, but it doesn't it doesn't seem to appear, and that's okay. That's okay. Um it's just sometimes nice to watch. And where you can comment, if you can, there's nothing wrong with leaving a nice comment, and because that's just truly what you want to do. um it's artists, sculptors, they're all human beings here, and sometimes I know there is this separation between us and them, but the longer you go on here, well, first of all, a lot of collectors wind up um taking up the art and becoming artists. That happens. It happens a lot. That artists were collectors first, or also collect. So they're collectors as well, just like us. They just happen to be artists. So they're going to have feelings too, and you may love someone's art or love someone's sculpting, and you don't want to, and I'm not talking about Asya. That's not why I have him. That has nothing to do with anything. We're good. I'm good with Bonnie Brown and Kimberly's Cocoon, I promise. Well, I hope anyway. I don't know Bonnie Brown at all. But I'm just saying, in general, I was thinking about that, and you don't want that to ruin getting to have a sculpt and loving it, or having an artist work and loving it. If that artist doesn't like appreciate, give it appreciation to that you're loving their work, so be it. Like, you got to get over it. You got to get past it. You got to put yourself in a place where you can be comfortable in your own skin, you can be at peace in where you're at, and who knows, maybe some people eventually will come around if they see that you just truly actually like them, and you enjoy whether it's their channel or their art or whatever it is, and just continue to be nice, and you know what I'm saying? And either way, whether somebody comes around a bit or they don't come around a bit, doesn't really matter. What matters is how you feel about yourself and what you're doing for your own self. So, like who you want to like, and, don't put so much stock into who likes you, who's listening to who's on what side of that, because you start to get here long enough, and again, you start to run through, and you don't burnt bridges aren't good, they're just not. And most mature adults know that and understand that. And so that's really, you don't want to have that, especially in an industry and a hobby. You never know what the future may bring and where you might be in that hobby and who you just, yeah, you don't really want to. I'm just saying, as, and I'm just talking about my feelings. I think my feelings come out more, I guess, raw when I'm under stress, and I don't think that that's such a horrible thing. I mean, as long as I'm not coming on here all pissed off, because I would highly advise anybody not to do that. It's always a mistake. But I think, and all other kinds of feelings, I mean, that's what we're here for. We're sharing with one another dollies and feelings. So certain babies can bring certain feelings. This baby brings nothing but good, not only in the sculptor and the artist, but the whole journey itself, and the familiarity. The word's never going to come out of my mouth, but you all know what I'm talking about. My brain, I'll do that in another video, folks, because it truly, like, I know what I'm saying. Some things I even know how to spell. I really do. But it doesn't, it's like a audio from the brain to the mouth to the, it's a thing. It is a thing. It's really a thing. Asya says, I promise, it's a thing. My mama has a thing. My mama has a thing. Anyway, I'm just a little giddy because I'm nervous. But folks, be yourself. Love who you're gonna love. Try to just go around, be nice to everyone. And most especially enjoy the art and enjoy the babies, no matter, it's very, very nice when we have a great, like, energy connecting feeling to a sculptor or an artist, or even a baby that we've have in our collection that may have been from another collector. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Stellan, by the way, where I just flung the camera over to because I just picked it up off the tripod to show you Asyar's whole little look. Anyway, but you all know what I'm saying. Like, you don't want that to ruin your prized, babies, because you just never, never know. Um, I say it a lot, and a lot of you all say it and know it. We can't control what other people say and do. We can't. We just can't. What we can control is our own selves and how we react or not don't react. We can control our own selves. I understand we can't always control our feelings. When you feel hurt or sad or mad, I get that. But I think it's important when you're dealing in a hobby like this, where you've invested possibly quite a bit of money and certainly quite a lot of emotions into dolls, and you don't want to have that ruined for you. Don't let others steal your joy. It's not a quote, it's not a saying, and it's not a mean anything. I'm talking about each and every one of us personally, all of you out there. Because honestly, you know, guys, folks, ladies, gents, it's a doll hobby. We're all human beings here. We all have feelings and families and lives, and it just goes so much past just, material things and collecting dolls and, you know, YouTubing. It's things can happen in life in the blink of an eye. And just think about that for a moment, folks. Think about every single person that you know in this community. Think about those you like. Think about those you don't know very well. Think about those you don't like. Then think about those that you feel like, really strongly dislike. But take a step back and think in the blink of an eye, what if that person wasn't there the next day and, you know, something happened to them and you see it posted? How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel about the last interaction that you had with that person, or the last interaction that you didn't have with that person? How are you going to feel about the last way that you made that person feel? You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm trying to say. Just enjoy who you actually truly like. They don't have to like you back. They don't have to love you back. Go where you're comfortable, watch the channels and hang out and, get to know the babies on where you really, truly feel drawn to. It's always wonderful, of course, when we feel welcome, but we all know that that's not always possible. And, that's okay. Find your inner peace, I guess. And you know what? As I'm saying all these words out to you, it's like I'm talking to you all, like I'm bouncing it off and talking to myself. Because it's a scary time in life right now, and obviously I'm very comfortable here with you all in this amazing hobby. And whether you all know it or not, I really truly in my heart care for you all. I pray for everyone in this community every day. And I certainly would be very, very sad to see anything happen to any of you, or, I'm giving it some deep thought about how I want to treat people here. I'm not just preaching to you all. I am preaching to myself, and I am doing some serious soul searching and thinking about how more I could change, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm just rambling or if I'm making any sense. But what I do know is Asya looks so stinking adorable. It's not even funny. Let me pop on this Carter's that I didn't even know was there from the end of the summer. Let me keep it simple. Turned out to be absolutely, positively adorable. And I put on little knit booties with the pom-poms. You all know I'm a pom-pom and bum flap kind of gal. So I thought that, it just kind of gave a contrast to the sleeveless, and just, oh, he looks so cute. So maybe I'll be able to get some pictures. I do already have some pictures of Asya and a couple other babies that I took like 2 days ago, but that I haven't posted yet, that I'm saving to post, while I'm at the hospital and stuff, so that I feel connected to the babies and to you all. And I think I'm going to be doing a lot of waiting, because you just, the rules are different now with, the pandemic. So, all your prayers are so much appreciated, so welcomed, and just, you all have been here for me every single, surgery or difficult times that I have asked for prayers. You all have risen to the occasion, and I can't tell you all how much I appreciate that. And it's done wonders for my family. I really, really, really believe that. I believe things in my husband's accident in the first place, things were like on the brink of going so wrong. You know, he had internal bleeding that just like magically stopped. You know, it landed up that he was in a hospital. The accident was around the corner from a hospital that was scary because of the hospital that it was. But then I came to find out their orthopedics was fantastic and people actually go there for their orthopedics, and that he couldn't have been in a better place. And like so many things took a turn for the better, like really drastically, and you all were out here praying for me. I put it up on Instagram as I was standing against the wall in the emergency room, I remember. And I can't thank you all. There's no way for me to thank you all, except to to love you all and pray for you back, you know? I mean, that's what it's all about. All right, everyone, I am just rambling. If you are still here and you're not subscribed, you might want to go ahead and smash that subscribe button and not forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss seeing these little cuties. Also, check out, I do take the time for every single video to type out a whole description. Check it out. In the description, there's always a link for my Instagram if you'd like to follow me on there. And there's also a link to my channel membership. I'm not going to go into the whole schmeal, but you can just click that link or the blue join button next to subscribe, and it'll just kind of tell you what it's about. It's all behind the scenes, so come on in. All right, everyone. Till next time, God bless.